Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In my last video, I finished up my week in my A5 ring binder. I lost Wednesday because I just completely forgot what we did that day. I have some pictures of my week. My daughter was being very cute, her face is covered up, but after the year is over, after I do a final flip through of this, I will take the stickers off of her face so that they're just for me. Like I'll be able to see her. I have a picture of Audrey Log's YouTube video because it pertains to something I ordered this week. The books that I read, and this pack of gummy bears that my husband bought me because I told him that I was craving gummy bears and he surprised me with them. I put no star stickers this week. I kind of did something different with these papers that I didn't tear because previously I've been tearing the papers for the corners, and thought I would kind of switch it up, put no stars and not tear anything. I don't know that I'm crazy about it, but I feel like for the past few weeks I have been not crazy about what I've created here. Like I like this side, just how simple it is. Uh, this is like okay. I like the peppermint, but what really threw me off with this book was this week. Added this page, what I'm grateful for, which I love, like creating this, but I think this does not belong here. And I added a prayer in the back. I think this kind of stuff should go in this journal. I just didn't think to put this in this kind of journal, but I'm thinking for next year, if I want to do spreads that are like this, like what I'm grateful for, or just prayers, that they would go in my anything and everything journal, not in my ring binder. But that being said, I might change things up next year from my ring binder. And I feel bad saying that because I feel like I was so in love with this in October. Like in the fall, I loved this book. I don't know what happened that in December, the end of November and December, I have not liked it. I like this spread. I think sometimes we just need to switch it up. I kind of like this one too. I don't know. Maybe it's the color schemes I'm choosing or something. Also, I put a calendar in here because I wanted a calendar, and this notebook that I'm going to finish the year in, my anything and everything journal, it's a little small for a calendar. And I will be in something bigger for next year. But, oh, bless you. I put a calendar in here and have not looked at it at all because this book is really large. It's an A5, it's huge. I do not like to leave this on my desk. I like to put it up on a shelf, and that makes me forget about it because I can't just leave it like on my desk. I always have so much stuff on my desk. I also would love to just leave it open, and it's too big. And I think that's kind of been a theme lately of just like wanting to work smaller. And I might go smaller and change my mind and go right back to A5. That will be fine. But I think I know for sure that I do not want a calendar in A5 because I'll never look at it. I need a calendar to be like with me all the time, and this stays at my desk. And not only on my desk, it stays on a shelf because it's so big. Now, for this A5 binder, I absolutely love it for my reading journal because my reading journal, I don't need to have on my desk all the time. It doesn't need to stay open. This can go up, and I take it down maybe once a week or something to update it. But I have this video on my other channel. If you want to check it out, I set up my reading journal, and I want to continue my reading journal in the rings. Like I am set for 2026. I am not going in a bound book. Like, I'm saying it here. I'm not going in a bound book for my reading journal. But I was visiting some old journals, like flipping through them. I love to do that. I love to look at my old journals because I was trying to decide, as everyone is right now, I feel like, what do I want to do for 2026? What is going to be my ecosystem? And I was looking at this. This is the kinbor weeks. It's a dupe for a Hobonichi weeks. I bought it last year and I didn't even try it, which baffles me. I knew when I got it, I was skeptical because first, I was not crazy about the green. Now, seeing the kinbors that came out this year, this is actually very pretty because, oh man, the designs for the kinbor this year, a lot of them are really ugly. I'm sorry. But I did not even try this. I didn't even do 1 week. The paper was cream, and I just was like, I'm not going to like this. I don't want to do this. But I should have just tried it. So a few weeks ago, I thought, let me try to use this for work and have work notes in here and just not even think of it as a week's book. That did not last. I didn't like it. I didn't like this for work notes. And the other day, I thought, what if I try it for a few weeks and see if this will work for me for next year, because it has a calendar, which is what I just kind of said I don't want an A5 size. So I set up the calendar and I love it. It has enough room for stickers. It's like a good size. I like that this whole area I can cover with stickers. There's this area on the side. Compared to the weeks, the Hobonichi weeks, because I looked up videos, this calendar has more space than the weeks. And then I thought, let me try to set up a week. Like, let me write a week out and let me do what I do in my A5, like decorate this side and see how I like that. So I'm going to decorate this side today. It'll be the same pictures, the same stuff in my A5 that I just did, but I thought I'd show it anyway to see how I like working in a smaller space, a much smaller space, because I mean, this is A5. It's less than half of an A5. But a perk to having this size is this book can stay on my desk. Like, it's so small. Also, this can go with me on trips because we went out of town for Thanksgiving and I couldn't take this. I mean, I could have, but did not want to take it at all because it's so huge. This can go with me anywhere. This can fit in my purse. So I like that flexibility of it. Now, it is a bound book, so if I mess up, I can't like change pages, but I want to try. So I have all my pictures printed. I already, set up my calendar and I want to decorate this side. So let's do that. Now, it doesn't lay flat. So I'm going to put a clip. I do like that the A5, it's a binder, so it lays flat, but let's decorate this today and see how I like it. Okay, I like it a lot. I just have to be a little, well, quite a bit more specific's not the right word. Picky, particular. There's another word I'm thinking of with the pictures that I choose because I have a much more limited space. If we compare them, with the A5, I sometimes have too much space to fill. But I would just need to be a little bit more. I think particular is the word. I feel like there's another word I'm thinking of with what I choose to put in these pages because they are a lot smaller. However, these pictures really are not that much smaller than these, and I'm able to fit 5. Like I could even fit more. This seems like it might be a good enough space to put pictures. I was worried that it might be too small to like hold memories, but these are not too small. I wouldn't be able to have as much decorative stuff, but maybe that's okay. I can't say I'm in love with this. This is my first time doing this, so I'm learning. Like I still want to kind of have my highlights of the week, but I don't know that I like how it looks up here. It looks kind of empty. So I'd want to figure that out. I do like how this side looks, like the written part, but I kind of wish I'd put stickers first so that there could be stickers kind of breaking up the text. Like I said, this is a practice page. Probably won't even keep this book because all I will have is like 1 week in it. But in these pictures, it's the same. Oh, actually, a few of these pictures are different. I took a picture of Batsy when we were on our walk, and she looked so cute. I have the book that I finished this week. Um, Again, the gummy bears, and then this picture. I actually wish I'd put this one in instead. I think it would have just looked better. But this is the book that I ordered. Let me move this one. So this is a kinbor, which I said earlier is a dupe for Hobonichi Weeks. This is the 2025, and I ordered one for 2026. I didn't wait to complete a week in here because I want to have it, for the new year. And the longer I waited, the longer I waited, the longer it was going to take to get here because it's not like 2 day shipping from Amazon. I think this ships from China. So it's going to take a little while to get here. And I didn't want to get it like the 3rd week of January or whatever. So I did order it. And it's not as large of an investment as a Hobonichi. So if I don't like this, I'm going to do another week. I'm going to finish December in here. Then, it was only $16. And I almost got a Hobonichi. I was like so close to getting one. But I like the Kimber more. Comparing them, I like this one more. So I will do an unboxing of my Kimber when it comes, and I'll talk more about the differences in them, but I think this could work. And I think, I'm not used to cream paper as much as, I like the super white paper. However, in my 5-year journal, the paper in here is cream and it doesn't bother me. So I had to like think about it that way. Like sometimes I think I do like cream paper and this is honestly not that cream. Like it's not so cream that I shouldn't have tried it. I should have given this a shot. My only worry is that I might miss the super large pages, but we're going to keep working in this and see how I feel about it. also it needs to lie flat. I need a clip. And I was testing out different pen sizes. I think I landed on the 0.75 size. This one's just, I think, looks the best on here. But I'm happy with this. I also don't know if I should cover up the number. The 12. I feel like I probably shouldn't have covered that up, but we're practicing with this one and practicing with the calendar. But like I said, I really like how the calendar came together. And I like that. Well, I tried to work in here for booktube and I hate it. But I like that they're all in the front of the book. So this is very compelling to me. The calendar, and then having this be a little bit more, well, not a little bit, quite a bit more portable, smaller. Also, this is kind of just like a me problem, but for filming, this is so much easier to get in a shot. When I film with the A5, I have to like be it's more difficult to film for an A5, but that's just a silly little problem. This is just so much smaller. But let me know what you guys think. Do we like this or do we prefer the A5? Like, should I be in a Hobonichi for 2026? This is, I mean, it's a dupe, but it's the same layout and system. I just like this brand more, and it's less than half the price. And it's very thin paper. I don't think it's the same kind of fancy paper, but it's good. But I'll talk more about it when mine comes in. And I will be trying this for 2026. I don't know if I'm going to do them both. Like, if I'm going to try to keep, that seems like too much. I might just do this one. And then if I dislike this, like, I'm going to give it a really good shot. And if I absolutely hate it, then I'll go back to A5. But everyone's doing their Hobonichi flip throughs right now, and it looks so good. And I feel like left out of this system. I want to try it. So I'm excited to do next week. I couldn't wait to fill in this week because I wanted to see how I liked it. But yeah, so that's very exciting, and it should get here the 29th. So I do have to wait. I wish I could order it from Amazon and get it in 2 days, but you have to buy them from AliExpress. It's like the only place you can get them. So that means you have to wait. But I will say this cover is so much better than a lot of the covers that kinbor came out with this year. I'm sorry, but some of them are so ugly, I think. But none of the Hobonichis are really speaking to me either. I was looking at the different styles and I was like, none of these are like, I want that cover. Like I've seen in other years. Some other years, I've thought like, wow, I wish they continued that one because that was a cool cover. I didn't like any really from this year. So that made me want to spend, $40 on a journal so much less. I thought, let me, just buy the less expensive one since I don't really care about any of the covers. If Hobonichi had a cover that I loved, then I would have bought it. Probably. I probably would have spent more money, but they didn't. And so I was just going to buy like a plain dark blue one. But let me know what you guys think. Are any of you going to be in a Hobonichi weeks? Do you think I should be in a weeks? I will definitely use this side for pictures and decorating, not for planning. I'm not a planner. So my mic died, but I was just saying that I'm not a bullet journal person. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.